Today's High Performance Podcast is brought to you by Josh Phegan Digital. It's where you'll find our revolutionary blueprint course. There's only one place that you can go from zero to hero over a weekend by watching the incredible blueprint. It's everything you'll need to be that $1 million agent. Prospecting, listing, negotiation, and growth. Broken up into short 15-minute pieces, skip to the content you need now or watch from the beginning to end. Only on Josh Phegan Digital. Welcome to High Performance, the podcast featuring Josh Phegan and Alexander Phillips. Alexander, calendar management is absolutely one of the core skills. I've got to believe that literally the first thing that goes in is your health, the second thing that goes in is your family, and the third thing that goes in is your work. And get really, really clear that those appointments are in there, because if you're healthy and you've got a great family life, then you can have a great business life. And in the hours that you're prepared to really work. And I think that's an important conversation that you see a lot of people kind of getting distracted, getting procrastination, getting caught in some digital addictions, all that sort of stuff. Talk to us a little bit about calendar management. How does Alexander run his calendar, and what's important to you to make sure it's in the diary?
Josh, everything goes in the calendar. Basically every appointment that we do as a team or individually, that we can all see each other's appointments, and the calendar management allows us to be prepared for the day and week ahead. And there's certain things that go in that calendar, like our team meeting on a Monday and a Friday. Obviously open homes and whatnot, but it also allows us to make sure that you're obviously, fully prepared and you're not missing anything, because we get so busy that sometimes, say this Friday we had, it was one of our busiest Fridays. We sold 5 properties. We had 5 appraisals. We had open homes. So that has to be so well managed to make sure that you're also not flustered as well. Like even though sometimes we're running at 20 or 30 properties and doing, say, 10 to 15 appraisals a week, it's so well planned out that I'm not rushing from one appraisal to the next. I'm never late. We always make sure that my listing appointments, no matter what property it is, it can be done within a half an hour to 45 minutes. So if there's sometimes 4 appraisals on a Tuesday, they go 10, 11, 12, 1, and their 45 minutes they've got everything they need, and then that 15 minutes to the next appointment, I'm going back through all my missed calls in that previous one, and so everything's sort of cleared out. So then I'll turn up to the next appointment, leave my phone in the car, and I'm fully focused on it. And because I've made notes and I've confirmed the appointment, so all I do each morning at 6 o'clock when I'm having a coffee at Lardery, I look at my day ahead, and I text every single person confirming every appointment. So I've never. There's never anything missed, and they're never missed. They're never late. I'm never late. And that, I think, also shows you're really well organised.
I think the interesting conversation is that, learning how to work that calendar. Does your wife have access to your calendar? Does she know where Alex is and what he's doing?
No, definitely not.
Okay. But in terms of available time, you're very clear about when you're home and when you're going to be switched off and all that sort of stuff?
No, not really. Because it depends. For the last month, I've been getting home, having dinner, but then I'm still working until I go to sleep, just maybe on the couch watching TV. But I go back because there's so many missed calls, so many messages, so many WhatsApps, so many emails I get all day that I go back to the beginning of the day through each application I've just spoken about. And I look at making, sometimes I might have missed a potential appraisal or, someone I didn't get back to. So, that in itself can take a couple of hours. So because of that also focus on making sure that everything's cleared out. You sleep better at night. You haven't missed anyone. So that's a very, it's an important part of what I do.
The interesting thing is, a business principle, do you try to minimize the amount of time that you take out of your salespeople's calendars? Like a sales meeting, for example, is, I assume, probably 30 minutes or an hour max.
Correct.
It's not a 3-hour, expose and then a caravan and go and do all that other stuff, right?
Yeah, it's very, short, sharp, and very direct.
And I think that, off the back of that, if someone wants to meet you, you try to get them to meet outside of office hours if you're going to be coaching one of your sales team members. Yeah?
Yeah.
I think the important conversation around that is, guys, you've got a really short window of time. The thing that is definitely inside of Alexander's calendar is his holidays over the course of the year, but then making sure that literally he knows when the busy season actually is. So as you come into these spring months, that it's really important that you absolutely maximize all of that energy and effort. And I think that the big conversation here is that it's the consistency of staying listing and having other people in your team that are more than capable to assist in the selling, if not to sell those particular listings. So you can keep on getting those sales up and about to get more listings more often.